Okay, good morning, friends. It's Ashley. I am in Memphis, Tennessee. It is the morning of day 2 at the American Christian Fiction Writers Conference. I always want to switch my acronym because we also have the Football Coaches Wife Association. So it's the same 4 letters, but in a different. Anyways, I am excited for day 2. I'm at the Peabody Hotel. It has been just as beautiful as what I had always heard. I was actually here one other time. I think it was in 2006. I think that's right, December of 2006. Philip was coaching at University of Houston, and we were playing in the Liberty Bowl, and the kids were 6 and 8 years old. So I wanted to bring them to see the ducks, and we stopped by, saw the ducks, and left, and I'm sure neither of them remember it, and I barely remember it because that was 20 years ago somehow. And I've seen lots of ducks, not the ducks yet, but you can see the ducks on, sorry, my leg's in the way, you can see the ducks on my pillow, which are beautiful, and then in the bathroom, there's this little cute duck by the sink, and then even the washcloths are wrapped in little wrappers that have ducks on them. And my truth here with this Facebook Live or wherever all this is going, YouTube, whatever, is that I am the goose in the Duck, Duck, Goose game. So when I checked in yesterday, even before I checked in, I saw other people unloading their boxes from their cars, and I'm like, I was like one of these people that was going to make the most of this trip. And so every opportunity that they allowed or provided, I was like, yep, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. So one of those opportunities is to have a booth in their bookstore. And I thought, yeah, absolutely. And it said you can bring up to 150 items. And I was like, well, I don't have 150 items to bring, but I'm going to bring some of everything I have. And so I did that. And most people were like setting out 4 copies of a book, and I was setting out 4 copies of paperback, 4 copies of hardcover, a little bit of swag, sticker packets for all 9 of my books. So I was like, a little bit of overkill, but you know what? Just go with it. All I have to do is pack it up and take it back home. And then I dropped off the books that I was bringing for the blind date with a book booth. And again, I brought like an entire box of hardcovers because that's what I had. And everyone else is bringing like a stack of 4 or 5. I'm like, I think I kind of went overboard. And then I went and picked up my packet, and I got my name badge, and you get all these little flags with it. And I'm like, yep, proud to be a first-time attendee. And then I'm like, wait, Ohio Valley? I'm not from the Ohio Valley. And turns out Mississippi is in the Ohio Valley. Who knew? I would not have guessed that. But I'm actually a member of the Dallas-Fort Worth area chapter because I spend so much time in Texas, and I know that when we retire, I'm going to be retiring in Texas. So that was like the group that I planned to get to know, but my mailing address is actually Mississippi. So I don't mind that so much. I'm going to get to meet new people from that area, and that'll be fun, and I'll have lots of opportunities to meet the Dallas-Fort Worth people. And I don't know what honor roll is, but I'm happy to be on any honor roll because that's me. I'm an academic nerd. And I even signed up to volunteer to be a greeter at one of the meals, just again, trying to experience all the experiences. And then I got the little brochure, the booklet. So, and I realize I say so a lot. I apologize for that. I don't know if I can break it, but I realize I do that. And I say and a lot. I apologize for that as well. Anyway, I got the information for this conference, and I was blown away at how inexpensive it was to advertise in the brochure, which is, it's a decent size. And they had described it as basically a little catalog. And I envisioned at such great price points that every author was going to do some sort of an ad. And this was going to almost be like a who's who book. And so I get my little booklet out, and of course I flip through from the back, and the first page is this very adorable full-page ad of a murder mystery, and it looks adorable. And then I kept flipping, and I'm like, where are the rest of the author ads? Where are the rest of the full page author ads? And I flip through and I find my very beautiful ad. My niece Clara is my digital guru. She designs most all of my stuff. And so she created this beautiful full page ad. And yet I am the only author in the book with my face plastered on a full page ad. I feel like the new kid at school that is just trying too hard. So I was really kind of down. Like, I had decided I am not going back downstairs. I'm just going to go to my breakout sessions, and I'm going to try and put myself back under the radar. I just felt like when I walk downstairs, people are going to be looking at me like, oh, that's that girl that plastered herself in the conference brochure and is trying way too hard. And Coach was very sweet and very insistent that I go back downstairs last night and try to meet some new people and see what's going on. And I'm so glad I did, because I ran into the daughter of one of my most precious friends from Tulsa. And Grace is here as an author. She started writing not too long ago, and she entered the Genesis Award, which is for unpublished authors. And she's a finalist, and she also writes contemporary romance. So we are just excited to chit chat and catch up. And probably the best of all is that her mom, Laura, will be here on Friday for the gala, and I cannot wait to see her and hug her neck and catch up. So it all ended up fine. I am going back downstairs. I do feel like we never outgrow that awkward, I don't belong here, duck out of water. Ooh, see what I did there with the Peabody? But it's okay. If that's the worst silly goose moment I have this week, I'll live with it. It's a little embarrassing, but who hasn't been embarrassed? So I'm going to go finish drying my hair. As you can tell, it's still pretty wet. I put on a little more powder and head to session 1. I will be back later to tell you how it goes.